Hi-de-ho! Well, time for your weekly update. Wasn't that eventful a week, but, a couple things happened. Monday, I'm looking over here because I have my calendar hanging on my wall with all my appointments, and it's really getting filled up. Monday, I had to go in for blood work. More needles, more needles. They're like, which arm do you want to sit? It doesn't matter anymore, darlings. And after that, I went in for a CAT scan simulation. Um, you know, take off your shirt and you're laying on this slab of like glass. It feels like you're dead. I swear to God, it's like you may as well be a slab of marble. Laying on this slab of glass, it's really not very comfortable. And they stick you into the CAT scan thing, and you're like hanging on to bars up here. And now don't move, don't move. And that was so they could pinpoint exactly where the masses are, so they could tattoo me so that next time I go, because I have to go for a CAT scan Monday through Friday, every day for 7 weeks. So they want to be able to know exactly where to point their like lasers or whatever the hell they are. So I got my tattoos. They're really pretty, really cute, and yeah, that was a lot of fun. But okay, one thing that I thought was odd. The reception area, you go in, you have to check in. Oh, they gave me shit. It's downstairs. They gave me this really cool. It's like a telephone cord kind of bracelet, and it's got a dangly thing on it with my name and my barcode. So they just scan me in like I'm a loaf of bread, you know. But I'm noticing after I checked in, I went and sat in one of the seats, and I noticed this big like display case up against the wall, and it had a bunch of Cancer and You books, that kind of stuff. And then I noticed it had a bunch of women's wigs in there. And I mean, yes, I know you lose your hair, when you get chemo, and I couldn't quite figure out why you would go wig shopping right there. It was just weird. And the worst part was all of the wigs were so disheveled. It looked like they'd been worn wet and put away dry, or however that saying goes. But they looked terrible. And of course, the fag in me, it's like I just wanted to walk up to the reception desk and say, "Honey, give me a comb. I gotta fix these wigs. Nobody's ever gonna buy them looking like that." But I restrained myself, and I didn't say a word. And then Tuesday, I had an appointment with my chemotherapist. I don't think they like being called that, though. They all want to be called oncologists, but I have to call them different names so I know who's who. Like, one is my radiologist, the other one's my chemotherapologist. I'm so confused. And this guy's gay. He is as gay as a $3 bill. He is like every hair in place, and he's a good-looking guy. But you can tell he's gay. He's like totally metrosexualed out, and he's wearing and he's got to be 40 or something. But he's just it's like, yeah, I heard this story a million times. Meanwhile, he's telling me next week, before I start my chemo. Yes, he's my chemo guy. Before I start my chemo, I have a 3-hour meeting with his nurse to go over all the shit about chemo. And and I forgot to tell you. Okay, not since cancer. Cancer doesn't have anything to do with it. But in March of this year, I decided I was going to put myself on a diet. I was going to go from, like drinking a 6-pack of beer at night before bed to drinking water. So I have a big jug of water in my fridge, and this is a glass of water. And I started watching what I ate and stuff because I was doing this Randy Newman tribute show, and I didn't want to walk out on the stage and be a big fat pig. So, I decided to go on a diet, and I lost 15 pounds. Awesome. So I did not look like a big fat pig, but I was wearing this big, bulky white shirt that kind of made me look a little Michelin man kind of ish, but not as bad as if I'd had the 15 pounds on me. I'm talking way too much shit now. And yeah, and frankly, I haven't had a beer since July 5th. Since July 5th. So the weight keeps dropping off. I've lost 27 pounds as of today, and I'm starting to look good. I lost my beer belly. My breasts are my breasts are just kind of flattening out now. Ladies, you'll know what I'm talking about. You know how it is when you lose weight. But yeah, I lost a bunch of weight, and haven't had a drink since the 6th, and I feel good. I feel good. I must say though today, okay, well, before I get to that, I had one more appointment with my primary care doctor. That was yesterday. And I went in, and she's like really cool. She said, "Now you're a singer, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And she's like, "What band are you in?" And I told her Zen for Primates. And she said, "Oh my God, you're like famous. Everybody in the area knows who that band is." Blah blah blah. And she was very nice, and she just took my vitals and all that crap. And I asked her if I could please get some more Ativan, just for in case if I have little panic attacks, which today I had. I've been so good. I've been keeping myself real together about this whole thing. I don't let the dark side get me down. But I was taking a nap, and I don't know. I was napping. I was dreaming about something, and I woke up, and I just started crying, and I couldn't stop crying because I know why. I know what woke me from the nap. I get a phone call because I have to go in for my nurse visit on Monday. Then I was going to have Tuesday off. Then the shit hits the fan. Chemo 5 days a week, radiation every Wednesday. It's like, oh, this is going to be crazy. But so, okay, I'm thinking, well, Monday, then I have Tuesday off. And then I get a call from my primary care physician, and she's like, "I want to do an EKG. When can we squeeze that in?" And she's like looking at my appointments. She said, "Wow, you're going to be a really busy boy." So anyway, she puts it on Tuesday. Great. Now I don't have Tuesday off anymore. And that just hit me. It was like, holy shit. Monday, the shit is going to hit the fan. And that's it. I'm going to be there like every day for the next 7 weeks. And it just blew me away, and I started crying, and I mean, I couldn't catch my breath. I was just a mess. And then I talked myself out of it because that's what you gotta do, you know? So that's basically the happenings of this week. But I'll definitely check in with you next week after I have my chemo and my radiation. And also next week is the last day. The bar I've been working at doing karaoke is closing. So their last night is the 31st, which is also my first day of radiation. So it's going to be a really exciting day. But I'll check back with you then, and till then we'll do whatever you do. I don't care. Have a good time. I'll see you later. Bye.